I am Aarti Sarvaiya. This video is a part of Virtual Teachers Day celebration. This video is based on R.K.Laxman's one famous short story, The Gold Frame.
First, introduction. The Gold Frame. It is a short story. It was written by an Indian author, R.K. Laxman. It is a humorous and ironical short story, and it is ends with an unexpected manner. About the writer. The writer of the story is R.K. Laxman. The full name of the writer is Rashipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer Lakshman. He was an Indian cartoonist, illustrator, and humorist. He was born on 24th October 1921 and he died on 26th January 2015. He was best known for his creations, The Common Man, and for his daily cartoon strip, You Said It, in the Times of India, which started in 1951. About the story. The Gold Frame, a short story written by an Indian writer R.K. Laxman. It was a story of a frame maker who is being asked to frame the photograph of revealed or elder. The customer who brings this photograph is very sensitive about the frame as the elder is his patron. In a very light-hearted humor, Lakshman satirized the way the customer gives excessive importance of the frame rather than a person. The story in short. Datta is a photo frame maker. He is a hard-working man. One day, a customer brings an old photograph of framing. The man who brings the photograph of a respected old man, for him it was a god of his family. He wants to do a best oval shaped frame. Datta gives him 2 weeks time to complete his work. After 10 days, the customer goes to the shop and asks his about the photo frame. Datta replies him to come in the fixed date. Datta is follows one rituals that he do not do work on any of the work without confirmation. If customer comes one or twice for their work, then and only he makes sure sure of their order, or then he start working on that. So, as per his ritual, the customer comes and asks him for the photograph. Then, after confirmation, he started to do his job. While doing so, the paint spills on the man's photograph. The photo becomes completely damaged. Then, after some time, he wants to get a proper solution for it. While praying to God, a particular photo captures his attention. After this, he decides to find a substitute photograph for the spoiled photograph. In the search, he finds one uh, suitable photo. Datta works carefully and put the photo in shining gold frame. Next day, the customer comes to Datta's shop. Datta gives his the package and the customer becomes impatient to see the portrait. After opening the portrait, the customer thanked happily to Datta, but soon the customer asked Datta what he had done. Datta fears that he finds his fraud. When Datta tries to answer, the customer asks his where is the owl shape and shows the portrait it is square. Datta feels happy for not being trapped in identifying the photograph. Characters of the short story. There are only two characters in this story, Datta and the customer. Datta, who is the owner of the modern frame shop. He is the center of attraction in this story. And the second one is the customer, who is coming with a picture of an elderly person. He is wanting for a oval shaped cut mount frame for his photo. Themes of the story. There are two main themes. First, humorous sentiments, and the other one is a human sense of thinking. First, humorous sentiments. In this story, we can see the humorous sentiment at the end of this story when the customer has found a minor fault instead of a major change. That we see in the story that the customer's main focus is on his framing rather than the photograph. There is a change that photograph is completely changed, but the customer doesn't show that photograph is changed, but he is focuses and find a fault of frame rather than the change the photograph. And the other one is a human sense of thinking. The human sense of thinking, this is the main theme of this story, that in this story the customer focus is only upon the frame. That's why he can find the fault of the frame instead of the photograph. We know that where we are having a focus we can find faults on only on that. In It is same here, that in this story the main focus of the customer is on frame rather than a photograph. um, it, and so he find only the fault of a frame rather than a photograph. Conclusion. At the end, we can say that the story is an ironical as well as a humorous one. That the customer has found a minor fault instead of a major fault. There we can find a humorous sentiment, and he did find the photograph, and Datta gets a narrow escape. In this, that he is satirized the customer's sense of thinking, and from that, Datta gets a narrow escape. Thus, the story ends in a twist of humor as well as an irony. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then like, subscribe, and share.